So here's our blitz rate. It's the yellow line that I've sorted by here. And so you have as your highest blitzing team in the NFL in week 1 was the Denver Broncos at 42.9%. Maybe explains a little bit of some of the pressure rates you were dealing with here a little bit that they blitzed. Now, some of this is the percentage with them. They only had 20. We had 25 attempts. So, you blitzed 12 times. So it's, a little bit of context here, of course, matters because you can have a team like the Lions who technically blitzed more, but they had 49 attempts versus the 25. So they had twice as many attempts to get that rate. So that's kind of one thing you want to kind of pay attention to. But interesting that the Geno and the boys were blitzed this much. I think I'd reckon to guess that that's a bit of a carryover from Vance Joseph of looking what the Hawks had problems with last year. When you blitzed us last year, our protections were a challenge in holding up. Our ability from just pass protection standpoint, one-on-one to hold up was an issue. So that's, I think, a little bit of indicative of them willing to attack that. But as you can see, the Seahawks are pretty far down. 22nd blitz rate in the NFL through the first week of the season. And Macdonald picks his spots. He's going to be sitting somewhere at the end of the season, I would guess, between 15 and 18% as far as the ranking, not the percentage of their blitzing, but the ranking when you get to the end of the season, because that's the change he's made to this defense versus, what Wink Martindale did with the Giants defense when he was there. He's not there anymore, but that was what Martindale's deal is. Martindale was going to blitz you heavy. He was going to come after it. And so it is a little bit different here with Macdonald and his approach. He shows blitzes, but a lot of times he drops out of it. And the majority of the time you are going to face a 4-man front from him. You don't know which 4 you're going to face, but he's going to want to drop those guys to the back end. He's not looking to create a whole bunch of holes in the coverage that you can go out there and attack Yellen. But not surprising as well from this. You're at home. You trust your front 4 a little bit. Some of you, if you see him dialing up a blitz, like if he gets to a top 10 state this year, I think Yellen, that would be indicative of the fact the front 4 is not getting home and he feels like he has to manufacture to create that pressure. And so when you see him starting to get on the other line of that or drifting down to the deeper side of that, being in the 20s, I think that's more of showing his confidence in how much his guys are just naturally getting home. Why create the holes in the secondary if my guys are getting there? And when you have everybody around that on that defensive line, y'all, from Leonard Williams to Boye Mafe to Byron Murphy to Derek Hall, all coming back there creating their own share of pressures, that's what you're going to do as a coach. So there'll be certain other weeks that it might dial up a little bit more than others, but that is the natural way that he does lean into. That was the change from where this defense comes from in its DNA, Yellen, where from a DNA standpoint, this is the Buddy Ryan, Rex Ryan, Rob Ryan, Wink Martindale. It comes from that area where it's blitz heavy and we're going to play man coverage and we're going to trust our guys in the back end to hold up and then we're going to just send the house at you. That's his adjustment he's made to this defense that's different, I think.